gotta start. I've been not streaming, like, all week. Because I've been... Well, in part it was because I was, so, like, enraptured by Deltarune that I played it, like, 75 times instead of doing anything else. Also, I got a Steam controller, but the problem is, it sucks if you don't, like, when you're not in desktop mode, it's garbage. Like, because this is using the right stick as a trackpad, which is awesome. But by default, when you're in a game, it uses it as, like, the world's worst analog stick. How is this shit already broken? What did I do? Whatever, do that. Hang on, this song is too good. I have to lower the volume more. This is Third Sanctuary from the Deltarune soundtrack, and it's like one of the best pieces of music in like the entire series, in my opinion. But okay. Oh, actually, for some reason on this one, oh, I see. It's not that it works exactly how I wanted it to, it's that it doesn't work. Because the analog sticks don't work now. Yeah, but what I wanted was for the analog sticks to work, and for this to work as a trackpad like this. But it seems like either it doesn't recognize it as a controller, in which case it like emulates a keyboard, like half a keyboard, or it recognizes it as a controller and makes this absolute dog shit analog stick. And I think the only way you can get it to work the way that I want it to is open the game through Steam and then set up some hokey shit with the Steam controller UI, which is probably why it didn't really take off as a peripheral, because like it just sucks to configure it, because you have to always have Steam of it like open. But okay, let's see. Let's make sure that all my volume levels are correct. Okay, that's right there. My volume's at 50%. Okay. So what we're doing today is we're basically re-implementing the entire game as a point-and-click game. And that's because I've spent so much time on things that aren't the game. Like, that aren't the, like, core experience of the game, which is really, in my opinion, the story structure and dialogue. Like, I spent 2 days making the like, Blender plugin to make these walls here. Like, that's the type of stuff that should be done when the game's, like, structure is implemented. And I don't think the game's structure is implemented. Also, the game is just so horrendously buggy, and it's so hard for me to, like, do anything without introducing more bugs, that I would like to, basically just make it work. Wait, why is this... Did I move all this stuff properly? Is this the proper repo? Hang on, I'm gonna rename this folder. I'm gonna see if this stuff works. Oh yeah, let's close all my stuff that I have here. Let's see, close tabs to the right. No. Oh yeah, the other reason I didn't stream for a while was because for my other game, I haven't really done... Like, I haven't had any more ideas for the game, so I can't implement anything. But okay, let's get my whatever it is. There we go. So let's search through this for to be project np_dialog and replace that with np-dialog maybe. I think we replace everything where there's slashes, so I can do that by just doing np-dialog/. Okay, so what was this? This was like our rewrite thing. I'll just do like, or like, yeah, rewrite.txt. So what I'm doing is I'm basically going to do, the plan is to develop two different things at the same time. One is going to be the actual story of the game as just an extremely simple point and click, where basically there's an image on the screen, and then optionally some other images for things like items and characters that are there at like fixed times. And you can click on the image to either pick up an item, activate something, or talk to somebody. And those are like the three things you can do. Or you can like go somewhere. And I think that is a simple enough interface that I can just like make it. And then we can do... basically, I can implement all of the story and all of the like adventure type stuff in that. And then the other side of it will be basically remaking the game as what is it going to be called? Basically remaking the 3D parts of the game as like a much more resilient foundation that I can build on without constant bugs. Like, because I want to do things like unit testing and stuff like that, where like anything that I assume is true, I can have a test for it, so that way I don't have to constantly fight regressions. Because like every time I do anything, it feels like, for example, the dialogue breaks. Like some behavior of the dialogue parsing or like the logic just breaks. Or there's performance regressions or etc, etc. So I want to fix that. And also, I renamed this, but I actually renamed it wrong. It should be something like NP dialog like old, because this is now going to be the old dialogue. I'm going to use the common element. Hang on. Close tabs to the right. When I said close tabs to the right, I meant close tabs to the right, not just like don't close things. Okay, well, I'll assume it's done. I'll assume it works. Okay. Man, GitHub is like incapable of keeping me logged in. Every single time I like log out. Oh wait, hang on. So like that's what I'm doing on the other side. I have to like open up my password safe. Compromising my identity live on stream. And then it has a two-factor authentication. I don't even have my phone in the room with me. Hang on. They're really making me work to like look at my code. Okay. Let's see, are we live again? Okay, so the reason that I want this is because right now this dialog editor is a private repo. So I'm going to clone this. I think I gotta do SSH because otherwise it doesn't work on Linux, which is a huge problem. Do I have to fucking set up my SSH? Okay. I won't deal with it for now. I'll deal with it later. Oh, wait, no. Okay, and I also need a few other repos. I need my save load thing. That's going to be... I need np debug, np input, and... Do I not have my save load as a thing? Because I'm basically going to try to make as much of this, like, into common repos as possible. I just realized... Oh, wait, no, this repo isn't public either. Okay, yeah, this is not a public repo. Honestly, I should probably just put all of this as, like, a massive, like, common info... Like, just one add-on. Well, I don't know. I don't care that much. Wait, no. Project. So we don't need this pinned anymore. Well, I might alternate between the games. Okay, so I want... Dialog, old. I think I'm gonna delete this. Or I'm gonna rename this, and then delete it and swap it with the other one. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, just copy this over. Because that's not a thing. We don't need the sprite sheet. Is debug a thing that I have as like a separate thing? I do have it. Oh wait, I just realized. Hang on. I didn't add this as a submodule. I need admin to delete a folder? Why do I need admin per... Okay. I forgot that, like, the hardest thing in the entire world is just, like, modifying files in a file system. Like, it's sort of, like, beyond the scope of modern technology to be able to, like, delete files that you added 5 seconds ago. And then I remember it's going to be a whole ordeal switching these to use Git. Okay, let's go to add-ons. So np input. No, wait, no. That's not the one I need. np dialog. No, let's say, like, adding common modules. Wait. Okay. So now I'm going to go back in and also I'm going to bring back my tasks back to basics. So I think this is spoilers, but I'm going to have just the like basic system. So like show an image, click or add other things, image, click stuff, the image. So then we'll have like add items, talk to characters, activate switches. Say this is like pick up items, talk to characters, activate switches, and then also switch scenes with backtracking. And then like without backtracking. Basically, I imagine there's two different ways, or there's like two options when you switch scenes. Either one has like an implicit back button, or some don't have that. How is shit already broken? This is literally the thing that I'm using in the game. This is what I get for doing gigantic refactors. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. I forgot, NP save load is not like a universal thing. Yeah, so this thing should not have... My throat's already falling apart. Okay, so we don't have this. Is there anything here that I don't want? I don't care. Eventually, I'll just add some sort of simple extension. Oh, hang on. My brother made pizza, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Alright, we don't need... I'll leave this as it is otherwise. It could be useful to have multiple files. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a 2D scene, and it's gonna be in, let's just call it like 2D. This will be like main, or like 2D main. Let's just call it main 2D. Okay, so do I want anything in here? I think I'm gonna do our vertical viewer. What do I actually want in here? I think our pause menu. No, I don't really care that much. Let's first off make sure that the game actually is gonna, like, the mouse isn't gonna be captured and stuff's gonna work. Ah. Right, because now we have a new object in town. Right, I didn't think about the fact that global is a different thing than our original game state. How do I want to handle this, actually? Let's go to our save load. So what is this game state versus the management save state? Because I think these are almost identical, except for we have a coat there. And also I'm going to have like a function can special process. It's like function, or let's say like there's a processor. Or like serializer or something like that. What am I trying to do? I basically just want to make it so that there's a universal interface here. Let's call this serializer. Extends, just say class name np serializer. So basically, custom function can serialize object false. Or let's say, yeah, let's just do that. Function can deserialize JSON. Actually, let's call it an NP, because this isn't quite right. I've been using specific nomenclature, which is encode and decode. Yeah, encode var, decode var. We're going to have export var custom encoder. This is going to be, rename this one. And basically the game can just have its own custom NP decoder. Can only be a built-in, a resource, a node, or an enum. I guess we'll just call it like... Even though it doesn't do anything, it'll just do that. Okay, and the way that this works is when we encode a var, let's see, I'm going to skip the songs with lyrics. Also, why do I have so many? Oh wait, no, I don't have anything open. Okay, if custom encoder and custom encoder can encode, thank you, Godot, val return cannot access non-static variable custom encoder from static function encode var. Oh, that's an issue. I mean, I guess I can just make this not... Just make these not static functions, because I don't think I ever use them from the thing, like, statically. Or, like, non-statically, or whatever I did. And then basically when we decode the var, we'll just have this be decode instead of encode. Ta-da! And now what I can do is, let's create a new custom thing, management, create new script, game encoder, extends np encoder. Let's see, can decode turn B. All right. Variants. Okay. And then func decode val. Okay, so it's going to be kind of clunky because basically the way that this works is I have to duplicate the logic of, like, you know, this, and once you check it, you'd then have to do, like, if there's multiple conditions, you'd then have to do that same logic in here as you would before. But oh well. For now, there's only, like, one thing that I need to encode custom, because everything else is just as it is. Code rarity. Oh, yeah. This will be function can encode B Okay. Now the only thing I need to do is when we save and load. How do I actually do that? I guess I'll ignore that for now. So let's go back to global. In fact, where should I put this? Okay, first off, game state. We can now delete this one. And what I'll do for now is let's restart. I've really mangled the game here by like importing projects that were like very similar to what I already have. Because basically I converted various bits of the code in the game to libraries, and now I'm trying to bring those libraries back. So yeah, you can see numerous places where everything's all fucked up. Let's just go to this first. Just, can it please just never show those ever? Okay, so this is just a simple thing. We just need this. And that's because here, what we're going to do is we're going to have this version be changed completely. We're going to have this be called, like, version, or like, what is it called where we... Hang on. Save, load. Oh. Right. I just realized. We need the custom encoder to not be here. We need it on the game save load thing itself. And then what we need is, okay. Read var. Oh, right. Now it's because all of these need to be static. So, like, static function read var. And most of these could have still been like this, but yeah, there we go. Oh, right, and we need encoder. Oh. Ah, I messed up this. Okay. It's a mess, but it's okay. Admittedly, I should have swapped these around so that this is at the end rather than the front, but... Yeah, you know what? I'll fix it now. Because that way I can have it be null by default. And, like, I won't change things too bad. It seems very suspicious that the custom encoder is not, needed elsewhere. Yeah, like here, for example. And what I might do as well is just completely... Well, first off, let's see what this thing says about the version, or the save load. Game/version. Let's add a new setting then. And this will be vector 3i. 39. Let's actually delete game version entirely. Because we're just going to have these all be that. Okay. Because a value doesn't have a type. Okay. Now we're getting into interesting things where, where now my game state, because it only has data. Hang on. I need to turn off the music, because now I'm thinking about stuff. I'm trying to think my big old brain. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. And I'm trying to think, I want to split things out, because now I have this whole save load system. So what I'm going to do is let's slowly go through and just like rip out the guts. Or like re-implement things. So like add note here. We're gonna do I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Also, I should eat my pizza a bit. I might just wanna I might want to just completely disable the global system. What if I disable every single add-on and we just ignore this for the time being? So I'm just gonna do really basic stuff. Interesting that this... Hang on, we're gonna need more stuff here. Hang on. I'm gonna remove this. I feel like it doesn't need to parse every single script in the entire game. Okay, well, so much for disabling these. Okay, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. I probably should have done what I was thinking of doing and just, like, made a completely new project from scratch. Okay, but yeah, it's literally hopeless. Okay. What I want is to make a stat here. Let's have ads. So we have add stat here. Function push stat. Key string value. Value array, maybe? So it'll be like if has stat. Let's say if not has stat key, set stat key value, else let's say like get stat key dot append, or like push as array. Actually, let's do this. If not a, else a dot push back key set stat key in fact, that's fine. Okay, so now I can just do, instead of all this stuff, like list equals game state dot push stat journal, like that. Bar notes is this index equals notes dot size -1. Bar a tasks equals game state dot active tasks. No. If not, okay. If a tasks is array of if a tasks and I don't care. Actually, we actually do care. And then we can do game state dot set stat tasks. You know, I could just have like a remove from, like function array remove key val bool. And then we just do like game state dot array remove active tasks task ID. Else return false. Oh wait, no, and we don't need this. So we just do that. Key 2. Actually, I'm going to call this a key. And then this will be key 2 as like something. Or, yeah, this will actually be val. Okay. Okay, so we're still getting some things here. Wait. Oh, wait, I see. Game state. Does a game state have a version compatible? Well, I should just put that in here. Okay, project, add-ons, MP save load. So how do we do this here? Let's just get this. And for now, actually, we don't need really anything here. I can just do, I'm just gonna do save load. Hang on. Add a new thing here. Add-ons, NP save load. Save load. Yeah, because I'm just gonna even delete all these. In fact, let's just completely fucking wipe the. Oh, we don't even have like signals for saving and loading. I don't think. Yeah, I think, like for example, here we have read state, write state. We don't need that. We don't need save background. We're just gonna have, I think maybe like return save load dot save sync save path. And then here as well. Then we don't need this, for example. And we don't really need these, but oh well. Okay. Let's break the game in half. Let's see if I can just load the game. Okay, so now we can load into a blank screen. Great. Awesome. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating scenes here. So I'm going to start with the very basics. And now we might get into kind of spoilery things, but I won't do too much today. So I'm just going to have the intro scene, which I think I'm just going to start right with the medium. Right with our first conversation with it. Okay. Oh yeah, I made deltarune fan art, which is a new thing for me. So if you're a deltarune head, I made that. But okay, what I actually need is, I guess I'm going to start with 1920 by 1080. And for now, it's just going to be we're gonna have this, and then we're gonna have me to die. Let's see, marketing? No, Jak 4. I don't know why I clicked, or why I was drawn to that. Okay. But we're gonna do, like, scenes. Actually, we don't really even need a folder. I don't care. Tests. So this will be, like, test 1. Basically, as you might have imagined, there's going to be there's going to be two outcomes to our test scene. You either win or you die. UD. Okay. Test, die. So let's have a thing here. So 2D, main 2D, create. Function ready. If main, or if get tree, no. Stats. In fact, I'm going to remove all of my save load stuff. This will be dramatic. Or has stats. Stats, get stat, add stat. Where's our save load? Save game, load game, reset game, save background. I'll just do... if save load dot state dot has stat 2D scene. Then we'll do var s equals actually we don't even need this. SCN. So if SCN is string get tree dot switch change scene to file SCN. No, that's not quite what I want actually. But I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Whoops, pressed the wrong button. Oh well. Okay. So what I'm gonna need here is a, like, go to scene, because what it'll be is a function, go to scene, sen, string, var, pcn equals, or like, let's say like var packed if not resource loader exists scene push error, no such scene sen cool false. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is if scene in, let's call it this, or if has node scene scene.q3, and then packed var n equals packed.instantiate n.name equals scene add child n. Oh, and return true. There we go. Okay. And then we'll have a function, or like export what do I want for this? I'd actually prefer if there was, let's say, go to scene path. Okay, and then we'll return, go to scene act. Function, go to scene act. Or go to scene, packed, scene. There we are. Okay, so now we have a thing where I can actually have like UI here, and we can now start making our scenes. Create new scene, so test 1. Let's say bit width. I'll need some sort of like default mechanism for this, or like some easy way of making these. But I will. Actually, because I can just do like an inherited scene, and then this will be like test die. Thank you, Godot, for not putting it in the same folder as the other scene. And this way I can like have just one scene template that'll work for everything. Strange. Now it's saving in the same place. But okay. We need buttons, and we need these to always be like in the correct relative position, which I don't think I'll be able to figure out very easily. So how do I lay this out? Layout mode anchors, anchor presets custom, anchor offsets. There we go. And then we need like a default style. So this is just gonna be, because it's gonna be so like simple. This will be like a test. So 2d.theme. Let's call it that. And the main thing that I'm going to do with this is buttons by default will be, let's do a button override. Okay. Focus will be a style box line with just this. Oh wait, no. Style box flat. Let's not draw the center. And let's have like a shadow that's like 1 pixel or something, or 2 pixels maybe. And that'll be for focusing and hovering, I'd say. And pressed, why not? Actually, let's make this unique. And we'll do something fancy with it. And by fancy, I mean this. And then this will actually style box empty. There we are. So now if we come into here, didn't work. Oh yeah, that makes sense because this needs the theme. And then this needs test 1. And now we come into here. Didn't work because if scene is string, else go to scene default scene. See now, adventure game, adventure gaming. Okay, and we should have this return a bool. Okay. And so now what I need is we have the core of our thing. Let's say this will be scene switch. Function ready on. Let's pressed connect on pressed. And this will be pass export var scene equals act scene, and then export var. I'll figure out what the scene has. Basically, the scene itself may need a script where it can, like, go back. Or, actually, I guess I can just have this here. Export var, like, backtrack equals false. Actually, true. Or, like, yeah, like that. Okay, and then tree, current scene, go to scene. Okay. And now, so this is win button. Die button. And the problem is now I can't do it like this. I need to use these. Which will be a little annoying. Okay. So test win, and then test die. And then let's set this as our main scene. So that way, for now, I can just test this. I just realized the main problem with this now, though, is the fact that, UI... Oh, I guess UI can be drawn on top of it. What I'll need to do is probably have to have a, control just for the, like, scene. So this would be, like, scene slash that. Like that. In fact, let's have like a onReady var scene holder equals scene. Basically, this means that I can have like a UI layer on top of this. Okay, let's double check that this works. So if I click the button... Oh, didn't quite work. Because... that. Click to win. Didn't quite work. If not packed. Push. Error. Problem. Loading. Scene. Path. Return false. Okay. How did this not work? Oh, because these are null. Okay. Okay, well that explains that. Not really. Because this should still be, like, working. Okay, let's try to see, so... Why is scene null? Because, like, we have them here. So I don't know what's happening with the scene itself. We could just have, like... Let's go to here. Assert scene. Okay, so at the very least, it's just not there. But who are we? So we're scene/win button. But why are we like this? I don't understand it. So why is it, I just don't get it. It has a packed scene as variable. I have set the variable, and then when it loads it, it's simply not there. Is it because test 1, or is it because, this does not have this correct scene? No, okay. Okay, so that is the correct thing. I don't get it. Can be used to save a node to a file. The node doesn't need to own itself. Save a node with different owners. User saver save. I don't understand it. Godot scene is null on startup. Packed scene is null. I don't get it. Godot packed scene is null on ready. Export var packed. Okay, so this seems to be the same thing. Simple scene with just a weapon 0 assignment works fine. Is it a circular? No, that wouldn't make sense. There's no circular issues. Hmm. So what if I just start test 1? So if I just load this. No, okay. So export scene, so export vars that are packed scenes. No, but that doesn't make any sense because this one works. This default scene works, and it's also a packed scene. Here. So why would this be fine, but this not be fine? Or this is fine, but then this one isn't fine. Hmm. Okay. External resource referenced non-existent resource. Why? They exist though. It's like what does this mean? So ext resource referenced non-existent resource. Hmm. Okay, so I got the same error from having two nodes A and B which inherited base class W. Base class was not used anywhere, but node Y also represented in several different scenes where it had either A or B as a child. So base class W and Y had references to each other and were using the same enum from Y. The circular dependency. Okay, so there's some sort of... Is it because there's some sort of circular dependency in the... Ah... Because I said this... Because this inherits from this scene, I'm pretty sure. So, okay, delete these two scenes then. Kind of impressively, like, fucked up. Okay. Like, literally just because it was... Okay, whatever. Yay. Okay. Alright, and let's test the other one. Alright. We're getting somewhere. And then what I'm going to do is, save load dot, Oh, wait, this is going to be tricky because I'd actually still like the ability to go back. Ah, well, I'll figure that out soon. Basically, we're just going to do... Holder dot oh wait, I guess it doesn't really make sense to have the backtracking here. It should probably just be a button that I put. But okay. State dot set stats 2D scene act dot resource path. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some buttons. This is going to be our UI. And actually, I just realized I don't want the mouse to... Let's ignore this. Wait. Pass. The control will receive mouse input events and mouse... ignore. The control will not receive any input events, nor this. The control will also not receive mouse entered or mouse exited. This will not block other controls from receiving these events or firing these signals. Okay, basically what I want to do is I want to understand if I have this UI control here, it should not block clicking these things. Okay, good. It looks like it doesn't. Because I'm pretty sure if we do stop, it'll do that. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to do a VBox. And this will just have like save and etc. Save. New game. And then like, I don't know. Exit. And actually, let's panel container. Okay, there we are. Main panel, buttons, save. New exit. And as usual, do not use Godot's UI for these, because if anything ever happens to this script or something, I still don't know exactly when the like signals get disconnected, but it'll just happen at random where like every single signal from every single like node in the entire scene will be disconnected if you use the UI just at random. Save dot press connect on save. New pressed connect on new game exit pressed connect on exit. Okay. All right. Let's do excuse me. Save load dot save game. Too few arguments. Expected 1 but received 0. Doesn't it? Oh, I guess we can just do autosave. Then on new game, save load dot reset game. Get tree. Reload current scene. Oh, that already did a set. And then on exit, get tree. Wait. Okay. So now we should be able to do cool things like reset the game. So if I click this, and then we save and exit, we should be on the dead screen still. Oh, we're not. Well, interesting. Oh, because we don't load the game, though. Right, because this is the main thing. So we can just do, like, save load dot load game. Man, doesn't this have autosave, save, sync, save, load game, reset game? Alright, I guess I'll just do save load dot auto, or like save directory. Let's say directory save. So we load the game first. In fact, we should probably do that when we enter the tree. So we'll do this first, and then we'll do the ready last. So that way, everything else in the scene will also be ready. But okay, you die. Let's start a new game. There we are. You win. Okay. And now what we need are NPCs to talk to. I guess I'll save this first, because we've really mangled stuff here. Thank you, Git, for doing that for us. Let's say creating a simple 2D system, or creating a simple 2D prototyping area. So yeah, the next thing I want is our dialog viewer again. And that'll be here. There should be our vertical viewer. All right, anchor offsets, there we go. Does this actually have like night component? Okay. So a new thing, a new beautiful thing. Let's get a guy in here. So we now need a new winning scene, or a new thing here. Just call it like talk to guy. Let's have a chair, and then let's have the guy sitting on a chair. So basically I can figure out a few things of like being able to place NPCs in a certain position. Well, is there ever an instance where... Yeah, there are instances where NPCs, even in this very simple prototype, will need to be moved or, like, hidden. So I should have the ability to do that now. So this will be, like, test, challenge. Actually, hang on. This is our guy. And he has a cool hat. There he is. Oh, wait. We now need this guy. Okay. So for this one, we will have one of our buttons. In fact, this one will now go to challenge. And then here, I would like the hat guy as our button icon. Icon behavior. Expand icon. There we go. These will be pretty annoying to lay out, but that'll be okay. Anchor points, anchor offsets, that's what we need. Oh. We don't quite want that. There we go. Yeah, I wish I could make it so that it was like permanently where I wanted it to be, but oh well. Okay, so now this one goes to the win. Oh wait, no, it doesn't quite go to the win. This one now needs to do a new thing, which is basically test. Let's see, so now this needs to go up to talker. So var np dial or export var dialog. Okay, so this should be in the add-ons script, np dialog resource sequence. Okay, good. But also this will be annoying. I need to use the bathroom again. So I'll be back again. I've like gotten rusty at streaming. It's been like, what, I think I streamed last on Monday, but it's been like 2 weeks since, or 3 weeks probably, since I've done like my actual proper schedule. But okay, what was my main thing? Oh yeah, I need to like go back to this thing. Yes, okay. Here. We have dialogue viewer as a global thing? Oh, I see. Yes, okay. I need to start moving things from one place to another now to make the dialogue viewer more common. Like this thing here. UI dialogue viewer. What I might do, I could just really fuck up the game and just like delete the dialogue here. I won't quite yet. Instead, what I'm gonna do, close that, is I'm going to refactor the dialogue. Let's go back to here, actually. So, dialogue evaluator. This should now be dialogue evaluator. Oh. Man, it really... Whatever happened... Okay. Dialogue viewer. Old inherits from the old dialogue viewer. Dialogue checker also inherits from the old dialogue evaluator. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to go back up to the dialogue. So this thing should just extend nothing. This shouldn't be here. Anything that uses this stuff. In fact, we should probably have... Ooh, how do I want to handle serialized stuff? Okay, let's remove task is completed, task exists, stuff like that. This is too much in my brain. Okay. I'll assume the rest of this will be fine. But yeah, my main thing is I want to basically take these evaluators and make them not signal. Or make them like... basically like this. An object, and then use composition rather than inheritance. So for example here, this should be... we should have a value... var eval. Like this. And then this will extend a node. Or like this. This is gonna be fucked, actually. There's actually everything that's in here. I need, like, my good text editor. I'm thinking the way the dialog viewer should work. Let's create a new folder called, like, runtime. Did I accidentally... I'll do that. And basically this goes into here. So what is this? Control? I don't even know what this is. Okay, this is not a universal thing. Oh, we're in the wrong folder. Right, because I opened up that thing. Okay. Here we are. Project, add-ons, dialog, viewer, and runtime. So we should not have any of these special stats anymore. Stat is, has, item, any stat, out, all stats. In fact, let's just remove anything that is not explicitly needed here. Let's remove game state as much as I possibly can. Oh, we already need this. Let's go through the rest of them then. Can we go through... yeah. Seconds since conversation. That would be nice. But I won't have it here. Go to phase, next phase. These would be really good to keep. Well, do I need these? I'm trying to really think through, how do I want the dialogue to be structured? I basically want this to be a thing that I can just load up without any UI whatsoever, without any special objects. So I think what I gotta do is I just gotta keep this thing, and then I can have like a mock for it if I really want to. And so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna merge all of the functions that are different between the viewer and the evaluator. Because like this thing, so I don't think we need these. Eval.init. So a lot of this is going to be now, instead of like a super or a reset, it's going to be like a dot reset. Like here, this would just be eval start. You know, I wish there was an explicit override keyword, so that way I could just search through this, because I'm going to have to figure out, like, which of these functions are implemented somewhere else. I think I have, like, a... Okay, we have these. Exit with effect, introduce task. Let's try getting all of these and just put them here. And then go back to here and we can see what the errors look like. Oh, right, but it's going to show... I know. Put all of these at the top of the list for now. Right below, so compile, evaluate, write error. Actually, how many of these functions do I even want in here? What have I just done? Hang on. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, put that back where it was. Because what I want to do is basically put these in the correct place, but at the top of the thing, by doing this. And then I'll decide, for example, track conversation time, that will be like a viewer thing. Next phase, set phase, so these ones we keep as they are. Once complete block mark discussed, exit, exit anim. So I think these ones, same name as previously discussed thing. Function go to tail has the same name as previously discussed thing. Mark context has the same as previous blah. And fade out and control screen should also both be not here. Fade out and fade in. Stat is, has item, any stat, all stats. None of these. Bought something. Don't need that. Alert new dialog has the same as previously named. Enable special dialog, disable special dialog. Let's do Exit state anim. So we don't need... Ooh. Let's have this return a more interesting thing. So where's results end? Let's not have this. If end in R. Return R. Actually, let's still have result in, maybe? Const results end equals end no. There we go. Okay, and function evaluate labels. This will also be here. Right above our interface. There. How is it that I can't see? Oh, it was in the correct place. Okay. Interesting. Alright, put these in the same place. If not, special dialogue allowed. There we go. Okay. Kind of a deranged thing. And I'm gonna skip this album. I'm not in the mood for real raspy saxophones right now. But okay. What I want to do is... when we go to the challenge, we have dialogue. And so when we do function ready... rest dot connect. Okay. We're gonna need to get the UI somehow. And I think that's just gonna be like... like that. Okay, so when we talk, it'll be get tree current scene dialogue. db.start self dialogue self. Oh, I guess we'll just do it like this. Or and then have like export var custom scene, or no, var custom entry equals nothing. Okay. And actually, I think I'd like to have the talker and the scene switch maybe be the same thing. Well, nah. I'll just have a function switch to or like main tree or like get tree current scene dot move. What is this going to be? Trying to figure out. Oh wait, no. Go to scene path. There we are. Okay. Okay, go main speaker, go to scene, and this is going to be test / test win. Otherwise, go to scene test / test lose. Okay. Project, and I think I'll keep it this way for now. Well, yeah, I already have everything here. Oh wait, no, we don't need that. Test 2D challenge. Oh wait. Man, a bunch of stuff is messed up. Okay, what the heck is this? Right, I forgot there's some weird thing where, like, TMP? Alright, I should probably not do that until I do, you know, I can literally just... There. There we are. And hopefully that new folder isn't anywhere. I don't see it. Okay. Oh. Oh. We have the wrong dialog plugin. Alright. We need this dialogue. Interesting. Execute not found in base self. Oh yeah, because we need to fix this dialog viewer now. Can we just have... Wait, why is this here? And go to special and jump next and all this stuff, when it should be inside the runtime other thing. Oh wait, I needed that dialog evaluator. Wait, no. Okay, I think these are the two correct things I need. Close this. Okay, let's go through this thing. Var game state. And we don't need exit state here now. Let's say advance is there. Wait. Why would start have a main speaker? What even is N here? This isn't anything. This doesn't do anything. Okay, we're gonna do start, and then we're gonna do like eval, find next item. We don't need this. And I think these we don't need, because we can just put that in start here, just at the end of this. And then basically all of this we don't need at all, because we just put this again here. Entered from equals starting label. There we go. And then this has remember. And then we don't even need this here. Oh, I see. We already have clear. There we are. On task completed, on this completed, on block completed. We'll just do so I think these we don't need. And we'll put these here. Is there anything here that I would not want in the eval function, like in our evaluator instead? Because I guess this is what we do. Alright, we'll just fiddle with stuff right now. Or we'll just, like, crudely copy and paste everything. Oh, eval.mention. Okay, there. There's going to be quite a few of these for the time being. Oh, I see. We need this. Okay, interesting. Oh, wait. We do that. In fact, last speaker isn't something that the var last speaker string. I'm going to remove that from here. Because, like, we don't need this, and we don't even need speaker.name. And then every time we do eval.lastSpeaker, replace that here. Oh, there's literally 2 places where it's done. Oh, well, hang on. This should just be in here. Parse special labels, get next. And then do that. Wait, hang on. Oh, I see. That's fine, I guess. Do we need right error in here? I guess we do. Actually, this as well. I think, yeah, this function will also be here. And then, is there anything that we don't do? Also, hang on. And in R and state. Okay. Is it called? It's called exit state. Alright, well, I'm going to bring that back. I think I'm just going to remove this one for now, actually. Because that was like a hokey thing. And we don't need this for the time. Well, I guess we do need this. No, I'm not going to have this, actually. I'll do better things with the screen control and stuff like that. And here, this should just be in the, like, exit, like, end or something. Well... let's just do that for now. Eval active false, eval this, eval that. And I guess this is fine. Eval current item, current item. Eval sequence, sequence. I think I actually need sort labels as another function here. So jump next, go to special, find item. I think all three of these we can have as special things. And then this, we don't need this. There we are. Oh, find item is already here. Wait, then what's the difference between these two things? I think this one's the correct one. This one's just not correct anymore. Yeah, I think this is... yeah, I think this is the one that we need. And then this... so if item's not equal null, for a label string and sorted labels, L equals... and we can just do this. Oh, wait, no. This is if the label items is straight up equal to null. Okay. Jump next, go to special. Yes, these are supposed to be in here. Because yeah, basically the advance function is where we like print what we're going to be doing. Oh wait, hang on. I think this... I don't understand where this should be. So go to special. I guess that is a property of the viewer itself. Oh, and we don't need these here. Oh wait, no, we do need these here. Yeah, because these are UI functions specifically. Okay. So I have no idea where I've actually, like... hang on, let's just start the game. So I think now I should be able to click on a guy. Ooh. This... wait, why is this a type of type dialog viewer old? What even is this? Isn't this the dialog viewer vertical? Why is this using this one? And then this should have messages, which should be, yeah, it's that. Okay. Don't know what the deal with that is. Hang on. Let's do that layout. There we go. And we'll have a how will we do this? Let's just have a function to talker. And this is just going to be on pressed talk to self. And that way, var dv equals dialog. Oh wait, no, we don't even need this. Start self talker. There we go. And actually, I'm wondering now if I should have the a container for the dialogue as a separate thing. No, I don't care. The interface is simple enough that I can just re-implement it whenever I need to. Why is this still using the wrong thing? This is not using the correct script. This is using dialog viewer vertical, which is a different thing. This is not the right script. This is the wrong script. Just put that there. Okay, now it figured it out. Oh, right, and this one also has a bunch of stuff that's wrong. Eval.call stacked up pushback. Wait, what? Who is this? Call frame. Oh, right. Eval.call frame. Oh, wait, no. This should be dialog evaluator dot blah. Okay, next item equals that. This equals that. Return that. Okay. Get default theme on a null value because this. So dialog viewer vertical, and this is the correct script. For some reason though, when I add it here. Okay. Put that there. So I think this list is what I need. And then this replies is what I need. And then the aside is this. And then we'll allow UI exits, and we have nothing fancy here. Okay. Try it again. Okay. New game. Click here to win. We got a guy. We talked to him. Okay. Base null instance, and that's because this here didn't work for some reason. Implicit ready, UI not found. Oh yeah, because I had to delete it. which explains why it worked, because we don't even have the dialog viewer here. Okay, put dialog viewer vertical. Okay, thank you for that. Oh wait, no, I just fucked it up. It also, helpfully, removed that. Okay, dialog viewer vertical, go. Okay, does this have the correct script? Thank God, it has the correct script, finally. At long last. Main speaker with value of type nil, so reset. Oh, right, because we need to actually do new here. There we go. Like, it's straight up just an actual dialogue evaluator. We don't need to do anything fancy. Alright, wrong button. Okay. Cannot call duplicate on a null value. Getting closer. Oh, right, because the talker doesn't have any dialogue, does he? Oh, right, because the importer never got fixed. Right, what is that from? So if we go here... So, like, which one is this? Add-ons NP Dialog plugin. Okay, so does that re-import things? Named globals has dot blah. Saveload.gd is not compiling. Okay. I think I need to restart. Try this again. Oh. Where's our boy? There it is. Okay, now it's re-importing. I should probably change the, like... Let's edit this thing. I'm gonna call it 0.4 or something, 6. That way I can just tell them apart. Oh wait, hang on. We still need this guy, so this is our guy. What is this? This is the wrong importer. This is the wrong importing dialogue sequence. Okay, so this does all this, and then try this again. We gotta reload, try it again. Okay, so dialogue. I don't see... Oh, wait, I do see. So this should not be... Okay. We just need to get rid of the NP dialogue old now. Just... Well, actually, we can just get rid of this importer. And then probably just the, like, all the plugin config and stuff like that. And then if we try this again... Let's try re-importing this. So what does this import as now? Well, it shouldn't import as that. I don't know if that did anything. Okay. So, how are any of these being imported? I don't understand how it's importing it with the wrong importer. Because we only have this one. And this should do... Oh wait, I just realized. Is it because... this... No, okay, because this does everything it should here. Hang on. Dialogue or sequence. Let's delete. I'm trying to think if I should delete this entirely. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to go through NP dialogue or NP sequence and call it dialogue sequence. Because if I remember right, this is something that did not change at all. Thank you for giving me errors that take up a huge portion of the screen, but don't let me actually look at the thing that I'm looking at. Oh wait, no. That's the wrong one. Wait, why is this still like this? And we don't even need this. Alright, let's see if anything happens. We just load this up. Okay. So trying to assign value of type dialog viewer.gd to type dialog viewer.gd. Okay. We have all these wonderful things. Parse error function sample not found there. Main 2D dialog viewer. This better not be, motherfucker, you... I don't know. How is all of this shit so fucked up? Okay, because first of all, this has that. Okay, that's correct. Dialog vertical. This is not the right script. I said this script. I said this script. Let's open this up again. It better be the right... It's not the right script. How the fuck is this happening? How is this possible? I bet you I know. They have the same They have the same UID. They have the same UID. How is that even possible? NP dialog. No, let's go to UI. Dialog. Delete the UID for the dialog viewer. And then go to add-ons and delete the UID for that dialog viewer. Probably this one. In fact, both of these. In fact, probably just all these UIDs, because they're busted. In fact, what I should probably do is just never have... No, that'd be an... I have to have them in Git. Okay. So now at least we're here. We're back to square like 2. Okay, so what type is this? This should be... Okay, good. It's a dialogue sequence. Oh, that probably explains why the dialogue was messed up as well. Okay, so we go to dialogue old. I think this one as well. We don't need this folder at all. Attempt to call function start in base null instance on a null instance. Okay, and that's because dialog is no longer here. And dialog is no longer here for reasons. Oh, because dialog viewer vertical. Okay. Hmm. There we go. It's so fucked. It's just so fucked. These, how do we make it so that these don't have the same UID? Hmm. Godot UID file collision. Hmm. Okay, what if I delete every single UID in the entire project? Hmm. I hope, against hope, that, okay. We just completely wipe all of them. And we see if that fixes anything. So this dialog viewer should not have this. So if we go to dialog, viewer, vertical, do that. And then we close this. We open it again. God fucking damn it, it's still here. It's still here. Okay. What is in the .godot folder? UID cache? What if that's the thing? Delete this again. Okay. These little shits better work how I want them to. So, just do that. Then close it. Then open it again. It's so unbelievable what it's doing here. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Delete this file entirely. Remove it. Then, I think it deleted the GUID. I think it deleted the... whatever. Create a new script. Now, if we do this, now it works. Splitting the runtime out of the viewer. Okay. Wait, let's see. Gaming. Okay, if I just go back to the world now. Oh, right. I need to do this again. Messages, replies, template. Welcome back to the stream, by the way. Okay, click here, click here. Okay, it got a little further, I think. Oh, right. But we don't have game state. Because now what we need is for the main 2D here equals save load. Oh wait, no. Save load dot game state. Invalid access to property or key game state? Oh, because it's just called state. Hi, thank you for the sub. Let's see. Right now I'm working on my little 2D prototype because I want to basically... I don't know if you're on the Discord server, but... Oh, wait, actually, no, you're on the Discord, right? But yeah. So my hope is that I can get this done in a couple days and then just have the tech for the game all sorted, or the prototype at least. And then independently of that, I'm going to be working on the 3D version of the game and just try to make it less bug prone. Ah, okay. Hang on, YouTube just... Okay, there we go. Well, I'll provide a link to it. How do I get links to this dang thing again? Invite people. Let's say... Oh, they made... There we go. It used to be that infinite links, like they made it so that it was only a paid feature, but it seems like they've changed it back. So I can just make links that last forever again. But yeah, basically, I wanted to make a smaller 2D prototype that's just a very simple point-and-click game to prototype all of the like story and adventure game elements of the game. And then I can work on that simultaneously with the like 3D core of the game. And that way I don't have to like work on both of them simultaneously and get distracted by one or the other. You know, if like the game is like performing so badly that I can't test like story stuff and get distracted. But okay. So now let's try this again. This isn't right. This should be assert game state. Okay, let's try... Oh, I see. This should not have... Okay, I see. This should not have this variable game state here. There should be eval dot game state. I guess I'll remove that actually from there. What is this? Get talked stat. I guess that's fine. I feel like this... Does this have a function end? Huh, weird. I guess I'll keep that there. And then we go back to here. There. Okay, click this, click that. We're getting a little closer. So invalid get type on base nil. So we're in here. Oh, because we need to do eval current item equals eval next item. Let's do... Okay. Well, we got a little closer, at the very least. So why is this not showing the, if we go back to main 2D, my dialogue, oh, I see. It decided to do this for some reason unknown and unknowable. Okay, there we are. So it's just there's no dialogue there. Okay, click this guy, click this guy. Okay, we're getting a little closer. It showed the thing and it didn't crash. If I did enter or space... So if input button and this and p event is pressed... And if I'll current that advance, let's try this. Okay. So our current item. Okay, so we have this. Interesting. So we do have fonts and stuff. Rich text label. Okay. Oh, but then we don't add this to the, I think we need this here. I think. Or, yeah, I mean, I think this is what we need. Okay. What is 2 plus 3? System error, no replies. Interesting. So now we're getting... So why isn't this right? Because this should just have... Yeah, we just have a message, message, reply, message, reply, message. So why do we not have replies? Let's save here. Very important to save here. Dialog viewer list replies. Okay, so we have the things here. Okay, interesting. If reply and reply type... So what is our reply? Okay, I see. Advance. Match current type to that. Oh. Okay, this does need to be this. We can't just have, like... Wait, why do we even need, like... We could just do this. And then just show item. Item. Dialog. Item. Okay, and then we don't need this. We can just do this. Oh, wait, hang on. Ooh, this is gonna be... Okay. That stuff that I said about changing how show message works was wrong. So yeah, we need text, string, speaker, string. Okay, all right. There we go. So now we can talk to the famous guy. And then we should hopefully get... Okay, we got 4 and 5. So we can go 4. That didn't do anything. 5. Hey, we won. Go to scene path. Okay, test lose doesn't exist. Oh yeah, because it's test die. Take your time, Godot. Okay. What is 2 plus 3? That is, I believe, 4. No, I died. Now it's 5. Okay. And then I want to do my classic UI elements. So we'll need the items, or using items and using notes in dialog again. And I think the way that I want to do it now is having an inventory object. So let's have management. I'm gonna have create new script. Yeah. Inventory. So what should this be? I think it'll just be an object. And then like function. Var data. Dictionary string int. Var or like encode. Alright, we don't need that. Function geek or like function load from so for the dictionary if not k, or let's say like if k not is string. Is this how this works, or is it like is not string? There's no spaces here. Okay, interesting. Push error bad inventory key k. If k is not int and k is not float, error bad inventory value. Oh wait, no. Var v equals dictionary k. Okay. And then, data data k equals int b. Okay. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, let's have this be just class name inventory. My amazing power is going to be load, oh wait, no. Add if, no wait, no. What does our save load do? Persist. That's what we need. Groups. So we'll add a new group. Okay. So var inventory. Okay. Function prepare save load state set stat inventory to data. And then when we're ready, what we'll do is load from save load dot state dot get stats inventory true. There we are. Okay, and now I need a thing to like get an item. So that'll be, let's have now an offshoot of our test path. So now we need like a and we don't even need anything different because we're just gonna do well, actually we'll just have a generic test scene with lovely little mountains in the background. Look at that, so beautiful. This will be test generic. There we are. Okay. Test. This is going to be test apple, let's say. Okay, and in here, oh, we need our generic thing. We'll have this eventually be something. It'll be like over here. In fact, it's just gonna be the Godot icon. I guess this icon's fine. Layout. Okay, and this should expand. There we go. Okay, so this is our item. export var persistent true, export var id equals nothing, export var count equals 1. Okay. So we found an apple. That's what apples look like in the future. And then we'll have a, like, go back. Let's go to, like, test 1 or something. Oh, wait, but we need, ooh. This is going to be tricky, because I think we'll make us, this will create a circular reference, but it will. Let's ignore that for the time being. Okay, theme overrides. No, what am I looking for now? I always forget what I'm looking for. Layout. Anchor offsets. This is what I'm looking for. Because I can't just make things like relatively sized by default. But okay, and what this is going to do, when you get an item, pass, no, it's going to do current scene, add item, right now. ID count, if persistent, add, save load dot state, add stats, get path. If persistent and save load state get stats string get path return. Actually, let's also have like picked plus There we go. Rest. Okay. There we go. So now we should have that, and then also queue free. Oh wait, no. We don't have a thing yet. Inventory.load from. Oh wait, what was the output of that? I know what to do. If we do this. Var items equals this. If item. Oh wait. Items. Okay. And then also function if id in items, or if id in data, data id plus equals count, else data id equals count, function, and this should also be remove all id string id, or erase id. There we go. Okay, so now we can go to main 2D. We have our inventory, and we can do like a function add item id string count int equals 1, return inventory dot add item id count, and this int. There we go. Okay, so now when we get an item pickup, press connect on pressed item. Okay. Wrong place. No, test 1 is the right place. Apple button. Apple button goes to this scene. And hopefully this doesn't cause a circular dependency, even though inherited scenes seem to do exactly that. Yes. We have this, because we can't have... that's really annoying. Okay, what I'm going to do is just do string, and this is going to be export file star.tscn. So we'll just go through all of our scenes again. And what they'll do instead is they'll go to scene path. But okay. Oh, we don't even need the... This is going to be a back button. (2D) scene. Oh wait. Hopefully I can just do like this. Good, okay. And this one's fine, this one's fine, this one's fine. Okay. It'll be messy since now I can't move the scenes, but it... Okay, we got that thing, and we can go back. And that's still there, even though it was supposed to be persistent. Let's see what the item says. Oh, wait, I know why it's there. Because we need, wait, no. We have this. Hang on. Okay, persistent. So what's our key? Picked / root / main 2D / scene / text direct 8 / item. Ah. That's the issue. Why is it not removing the thing properly? Hang on. That's not supposed to be how this works. Because it's supposed to say, it's supposed to do this, and then it's supposed to do... I think I need some sort of, I know what to do. For scene equals, scene name. I have a better idea for how to do this. I'm just not even going to bother with this stuff. We're going to do... So in our main 2D, for current scene node 2D, or node. So we're going to do equals this. Oh, wait, no. If current scene queue free. This way we do this instead. And then we can do function scene name. And what I'm doing here is when we get an item pickup, function stats, return current scene, or get tree dot current scene dot scene name, or like dot, I think that's the right function. Yeah. Plus slash plus name. There we go. So now there's a unique name for the scene slash the name. So our key is now picked slash test apple slash item. Okay. So now when we get this, we should then go back and then do this. And then no more item, because now it's a consistent name. And then I can save, exit. Okay. And I'm also going to have our live debug. I see. You know, here as well, I'm going to delete both of these. Yeah. Open anyway. And I'm going to move this so that it's like that. And, okay. Anchor offsets. There we go. So now, what this should do is it should have some sort of debug. Toggle live debug. Is that the same function still? Okay, good. Huh, I thought it would, like, work. Is it because... I don't know what it's because, actually. Pause button toggled, on pause that, on pause this. Set physics process true. I think there must be something off with how it's because all the objects had the same UID, it permanently fucked it up. Okay, live debug, what's wrong with you? Because we got all the things that we need. Okay, I think it's because this stuff here. Which makes sense, because that's broken. And then, let's go to globals. Let's delete live debug. From there. No, you could. Godot's just being wrong. Failed to load, global, code picker, dialog viewer, live debug. Why is this not correct? Okay, I see. Oh, and then this is because we need this. Okay. We do actually need this here, input map or globals. Add-ons, live debug. I guess we just need the whole shebang. And so that means that our 2D scene should not have this. The dialog viewer broke again. Wait, what? Did it break here? Unbelievable. It's actually never going to work. I think it's genuinely never going to work until I just delete the entire dialog UI. Or delete this component. Well, what if I just rename this? Actually, delete this. This is still... because that's correct. It's so confusing to me how this is just persistently wrong. How it just can't handle a thing with information on it. Or like, I don't know what to do. I've deleted the files and like remade them multiple times. I've deleted all of the UIDs multiple times. Okay, let's edit the thing by hand. If Godot is not capable of editing its own scenes. Okay, so this is what? 2D, main2d.tscn. Ignore all UIDs. UID equals this, UID equals nothing. There you go. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Is this getting the correct UID? Dialog viewer vertical. Did YouTube stop again? It did. Okay, so is it still somehow something wrong with the vertical scene? Because we have this. So dialog viewer vertical.gs. So that's bank, whatever. And then if we go to dialog viewer, it's not bank. Okay, so that's good. But then why is it loading the wrong script? How is it even possible that it's loading the wrong script then, if there's no information that indicates that these two files are the same thing? Is it this thing? So if I do that, and then we load this? Okay, good. So that works. Now the question is, okay, so those... So why are... So what's not working? Why is this not working? I don't know why this is, I don't know how this isn't working now. Just close these. If we go back to this, so that still works. And this, there's no reason for this to not work. What are you fucking talking? Oh, I don't see. I don't see. Wait. Because this is what it is. I don't get it. This is the one we got. And now it works. I like opened up a parallel universe to a different scene. But okay. And now we can get this. And what I'll do is I'm going to add some parameters to our debug console. go to like main 2D. So when ready, live debug dot console dot parameters. Say world or tree will be get tree, and then like scene will be self inventory. Okay. Okay, now if we come back into here, the main reason I wanted this is that I can get like a bunch of information now. If I do like print dictionary, inventory data. So that's that. Then we can do like save load.state data. And that, so we can hide this. Then we have this one. And this shows us our actual, like, all of our state here. 2D/scene is this, inventory apple is this, picked test apple. Or picked test apple item. Huh, how do we, why is this not clicking? Did I not? Hang on. When we press the win button, where are we going? This needs to be challenged, first of all. Then when we press this, is it something with this? Is this blocking us? No, because if it were blocking us, then we wouldn't be able to focus on this. How is this not... How did I break clicking a thing? Did I change it into a toggle button? What is the meaning of this? Also, can we get a hint on these tooltips? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do tool tip text equals travel to plus scene. Then I'm gonna put that on these other things as well. Plus id dot capitalize. Okay. Let's see if I can get any better information. Okay. And now we can see. Interesting. Okay, so we actually can move files. Interesting. I don't know why that didn't work before. Oh, it's probably because I did that. Okay, okay. I'm not understanding. But for some reason, the live debug breaks the UI. Interesting. Let's have, like, I know, pause mode here will be process, and I think that'll help us, because the live debug stuff does, like, pausing. So yeah, process mode, always. And that way, I can show this, and then I can do this, and just switch between things like that. Oh, right, and this guy, for some reason, I don't understand it. Talk to challenge guy. So when we talk to this guy, it should do this. Okay, so why is that not working? I don't get it. If we close these again. Okay, this is good now. No, it's not good. Okay, that explains that. I don't know why that happened. But apparently every single time I close this scene. Okay, I guess just the one time I closed the scene. It didn't save the file and didn't want to save the file. Okay. So now we have like a basic system that I can use for things, and I've refactored things and presumably horrifically broken my other dialog viewer. Hang on, I'm gonna go to... I guess this is fine for now. I'm curious how Kitty's game is gonna hold up with all these changes. Let's just say separating logic. What's the difference here? Nothing important. Okay. Talking and items in the 2D scene. This will be, let's see. I don't think there's too much more that I really need from it. So yeah, because the main things were, yeah, when you click to a thing, go to a different scene, but there's a back button, which I've just, like, merged. I'm just going to have the buttons, explicitly. Pick up an item. So this I don't have yet. But we do have these 3. And so I guess that's just going to be it for today. And yeah, I'm going to work on this sort of just... Yeah, I guess I'll work on it more on Saturday. And then I'll come back here on Wednesday or earlier if I feel like it. Do more work with this. And also I'll start mixing in streams of the other game, Kitty Found a Camera. And I'll try to make sure the dialogue stays working for both of them. But alright, I'm out of here. It's 10:20. I got pizza to eat. But thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.